All right, every now and then you learn a little bit about toothpaste, stuff that you didn't know. My guy Larry here is going to talk a little bit about what he's doing. Larry, how's life in
You know,
Chicago?
it is very cold right now, so
How
in the
cold is it? I
sub-zero.
I grew up in Chicago. How cold is it out there right now?
Well, I think it's about 6 or 7, but the wind chills I think around 20 below. Not a nice deal.
Well,
I'm
all I
staying
can tell you
inside.
is I think it's like 65 degrees here in Vegas, and I learned a long time ago, I fucking hate the cold.
Yeah, yeah. I grew up in the Midwest, and I still can't stand it. So it's at least I don't get used to it.
You got any dogs? My dogs used to love the snow and the cold.
Dog got cats, and they don't want to go out in the snow. So
Yeah, cats and dogs are definitely different animals. Cats are more
definitely,
like humans. They're like, listen, screw the cold. Dogs are like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
yeah, it's about right.
So talk a little bit about let's do a little show and tell. Show everyone what you got.
Well, we do. My product is put them up there. Yeah, we do. I mean, our main product line is our toothpaste, but we do like a whole brushing system. We do pretty much everything from nuts to bolts. And I think we're one of the very few companies that I know of anyway that does pretty much everything. We do sonic, regular manual toothbrushes. We do sonic. We do kits. Like our kits are subscription based, so we do a subscription package which we'll mail out to you if you choose to. If
What's
you
in the
do
kit?
the kits, we have a couple different ones, but our main thing we have our UV sanitizer. These things will clean your toothbrush. So this toothbrush is literally the filthiest thing in your house, more
Yeah, that
bacteria
is
than your
true.
toilet. So you should really clean them every day, and you should replace them every month. So we use the UVs for cleaning, and then we replace them every month. Every month we'll send you a new one, or we could do 2 months and 3 months too, whatever your brushing habits dictate. But you don't have to remember the last time you changed it because we do it for you. Because most people you talk to them, you say, "Hey, geez, when's the last time you changed your toothbrush, Chris?" And a lot of people don't remember. I don't know. Last time I was at the dentist, a lot of people say. But the average toothbrush has about 100 million strands of bacteria living in it, and it gets worse and worse every time we use it.
Just
So we
100
just
million,
rinse.
that's it?
That's it. That's it. We just rinse them off and stick them in our mouth. They actually can make you sick on a regular basis. Sore throats, canker sores, intestinal issues are pretty common. But in a recent study in the hospital, 30% of heart disease patients can actually be traced back to the toothbrush. So that's actually how filthy they are. So
Wow.
you really, I mean, it is pretty
So
serious. I
so
mean,
let's see the kit again. What's in the kit? The
you
UV
got
cleaner.
your, yep, you get a 2 minute timer because proper brushing time. We do our rinse. It's not really a mouthwash; it's a mouth rinse. We do silver in the toothpaste, so it's non-toxic. No, there's no toxic chemicals, including fluoride or anything in it. Um,
Wait a second. What's that thing that you just put down?
that's our rinse.
What is that? Is that liquid?
So yeah, it is. So this is a concentrate. So we do in our toothpaste we do nano silver. So like a colloidal silver, we do nano. It's a little different technology, but the same basic premise. Silver is one of the strongest killers of bacteria known to man. It completely obliterates all bacteria, germs, viruses, and fungus on contact. There is not an antibiotic made today that can hold a candle to what silver can do. That's a fact. A lot of people say your next question is why don't we use it as an antibiotic, right? We actually used to. So prior to 1936, that's all we used. Go to the doctor, they prescribed colloidal silver. Came in a little bottle, and you would a little bit under the tongue, about a teaspoon. It absorbs sublingually into your blood system. Silver boosts your immune system more than vitamin C does. Fact. Without silver in your system, your immune system wanes and you get sick more often. Higher concentrations of silver, you're
I'm gonna
resistant to
start eating
sickness.
more nickels and dimes.
Well, unfortunately, they don't have any silver in them anymore. That is
Oh,
actually, it's more nickel and zinc is what it is. So our money's not real silver. But back in the day, like when our money was silver, before refrigeration, like dairy farmers used to put a silver dollar in the milk jugs because it would stop them from fermenting. So you do that today. If you put silver in a milk jug, you can leave the milk on the counter for about 2 weeks and it will not curdle because the silver prevents it. It just can't do it.
that's
Cowboys
awesome.
used to throw a silver dollar in the canteens and it would disinfect the water that they drink. And so it's amazing. It's been around forever, but of course, pharmaceutical companies hate it. They came around about 1930. They really started taking effect around 1936. First thing they did was dismiss silver in any of the natural healing products. So we went from the empirical health system where we used to cure people, actually healed people back then. And Western medicine came in, Rockefeller Foundation, and they said, hey, the heck with all that. We're going to give you all petroleum based chemical synthetic blends that our bodies reject, actually. So, almost any drug out there is actually a natural derivative that's been synthesized. Our bodies take in natural stuff very easily and very, very good. Synthetics that we don't do well with. So the synthetic drugs actually treat the symptom, not the condition, and then they just create other symptoms. So that's why the average American over 50 years old is on something like 5 or 6 medications. That's by design. So we don't heal, we don't cure, we don't do any of that anymore. And silver was a big part of that program back then. And of course, that did not fit in their wheelhouse. You don't need a prescription, you don't need a doctor, you can make it yourself. Um, you can literally just use silverware, like actual silverware, eating off of it. That's what actually royalty, the elites of the world, actually, they've known this forever. That's why they created silverware back in the 1800s for the rich. Silver plates, silver goblets, they drink out of it. They do all this actually currently because they get their silver content in their body very high. It's also why they live to 100 years old and we do not. They're a lot healthier than we are. And it's not that they got more money;
Oh, you
it's
got me
they
thinking about
have
buying some
access.
silverware now.
Yeah, silverware is amazing. If you can, I tell everybody if you can even find one or like a fork and a knife, just one, set of one, you eat off of those, you're going to get that silver in your body going, and it's amazing for us. Like I said, it immunity booster. It does so many things. Not only is it like I said, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, but the really another really unique factor of it is it doesn't harm the good bacteria in our body. So antibiotics kill everything and hope the good stuff grows back faster. It does not. It's like weeds in a garden, they grow back faster. So does our bad bacteria. So there's a constant push and pull in our body, trying the good and the bad, trying to fight there. So silver comes in, just wipes out all the bad guys and says, hey, it's like the superhero there. It destroys all the bad so that the good can flourish. So it creates an unfair playing field in our body with the good and the bad, which is amazing. So, like antibiotics, like I said, they destroy everything. Women, when they take that, typically get yeast infections, stuff like that. If they just use silver, they wouldn't have that problem because it doesn't kill the good stuff. So, it's amazing for our bodies. It's really good. The only thing we do with silver today in the medical field, because it's been banned, the pharmaceutical companies and the FDA, which are in bed together, they will not allow silver to be used for anything except they will allow it to be used for wound care because silver heals wounds faster than anything. You talk about Neosporin, back in the day we used to put that on there. You put silver on it, yeah, it heals like immediately. It's a very, very fast healer. Nothing else heals close to it. It heals generally without scarring. Even burn victims, they use silver nitrate in the hospital. That's what we use in the hospital, silver nitrate, which is silver on burn victims because it literally regrows the skin tissue. So it has regenerative properties as well. So it regenerates. As a matter of fact, back in the 70s, there was a doctor, Robert Malone, I believe. He was doing experimentation on
Is that the
regrowing
Robert
limbs.
Malone, the mRNA guy?
No, different guy,
Oh, okay.
totally
You know,
different
you
guy.
know who I'm talking about,
Um,
Robert Malone, right?
yeah, well, 100%. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. This, yeah, totally different. This guy was he was regrowing limbs, like literally regrowing fingers and digits and stuff. And what was he using? Silver. So silver literally was regrowing the limbs, and they shut his funding off. They kicked it out. FDA closed down the program, kicked it out, said, no, no, we're not playing that game. So I mean, silver really should be at the forefront of medicine today. It does so many things. It's really, really amazing stuff. A lot of people just take it as a supplement to kind of boost their immunity. When they get sick, they take it. It shortens the duration of being sick. But if you take it every day, you're just not going to get sick as often. Toothpaste, by the way, does that as well. So as you're brushing, it's absorbing into your body. You're getting that in there too. So the silver, it was kind of a long story back to this. So the silver does some amazing things in our mouth. It actually is clinically proven to regenerate enamel growth in our teeth. So we have people that actually have cavities heal within about 4 to 6 weeks, like literally heal over, not filling anymore, actually healing the cavity. Takes away teeth sensitivity in about that same amount of time because it thickens up the enamel, making it less sensitive, and it can actually help regenerate gum tissue. Now, those are two things your dentist will say that's not possible, but it is now because nanosilver, these are clinical studies, and we got a lot of the clinical studies proving the fact that it does this. So they're not even our work, they're third party stuff. We were just kind of one of the first to actually put it in a toothpaste, and we've had phenomenal results. Um, our rinse is more of an after rinse. So after you brush your teeth, you don't necessarily want to rinse it out with water and spit all that excess silver down the drain. So this is a like a super concentrate. It's 100 part per million nanosilver, xylitol, and peppermint. So about 4 to 5 drops in about an ounce of water is all you need. After you brush, that's what you rinse with, and you can actually swallow the excess residue, and that is not going to hurt you. As a matter of fact, nanosilver passes digestion, so it actually gets into the lower intestines, again, killing the bad bacteria, not the good. So it promotes a healthy gut. So it's overall wellness there for you. Yeah, silver's pretty amazing. It's doing some really cool stuff in our mouth there, almost like it was meant to be.
That's awesome. So talk a little bit
Yeah,
about what else you have. Do a little more show and tell with people.
sure, sure. So in our package, and like I said, we also do the toothpaste. You got a toothpaste in there, and a toothbrush for the manual side. Then we also do the electric, and we'll do the heads for that. And then our floss. Our floss is non-chemical based. It's charcoal and coconut only. It's pretty refreshing. So we give you pretty much everything you need in the kit to do everything. And when you run out, we just we'll send you another kit out. So that's kind of our premise. Of course, you don't have to do our subscription. A lot of people just buy the product outright. You can do that. But if you do the subscription, we give it to you cheaper. Easier for you to get it. We give you free shipping if you do it that way. So it's just a little cheaper for you. But we also,
And
have
what is
plenty of
that
people.
what does that kit cost? Like $50, you said?
No, no, this whole kit. Well, the whole kit is only 1995, and that's 1995 delivered to your door. So that's shipping and everything.
That's
Comes that
awesome.
in the bag and everything. The only difference is that the UV is a one time. If you get it with the UV, it's like $59, and then it's just 1995 every month because you don't need the UV. It's a one time purchase. So yeah, we make it
And
pretty
that's enough to
reasonable.
last you a month, right?
That's a month supply. Some people could stretch it out. That's why we do a 2 or 3 month on it. But I mean, everything's kind of designed to be a month, but everybody's a little bit different. We even do a 6 week option now because some people are kind of right in between. So we got little tweaks for just about everything that you can think of there.
Hey,
And then,
Larry, you want to do something fun?
yeah,
How about we give away, say, 10 or 20 of those $19 packets to people that comment on your video? Create a
sure,
little engagement, lead generation.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
How many you want to give away?
Let's do 10 of them.
10 of them it is. Now,
Yeah.
what do they have to do? Just comment below?
Comment below. I trying to, yeah, I guess could you comment and then you can kind of track it because I don't know that I can track it, and then you can send them to me, and if they comment, we'll send it out to them.
You hear that,
First 10.
folks? You want 10, what do you call them? Kits?
Yeah,
Toothpaste?
our manual toothbrush kit. Yeah,
There you go. We're giving away 10. Just comment below. We'll pick 10 random people and we'll ship them out.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Do
So
that.
let's
Yeah.
take a look at some of the other stuff that you guys are working with. Because
Well, we do.
I think teeth is something that people really should learn a lot about. And it's a shame that most people have fucked up teeth.
It is well, and unfortunately, all the products on the market are actually designed to fail. I mean, that's just a fact. I mean, fluoride is horrible. It actually causes the number one cause of tooth decay in America is fluorosis. It's literally caused by fluoride. So fluoride causes more than it helps. I would argue, and a lot of people would argue, there's not much that it does do, but it does do this. So fluoride does kill the bacteria that causes tooth decay, gingivitis, periodontal, stuff like that. All of which live in our mouth. I mean, believe it or not, our mouth is we got a lot of bad stuff in there. Even fungus, yeast and stuff is in our mouth. So if we're not destroying that and purging it, it's a bad thing. So a lot of people today are moving away from fluoride, which is really a good idea. I mean, stuff is toxic waste. We could do a whole show on fluoride. It is horrendous. But it does kill the bacteria. In all natural toothpaste do not, or the majority. So that's actually an issue. A lot of people kind of jump away. About 45% of people that move away from fluoride end up having to move back because of that issue. If anything, it gives the dentist more fuel for fire because he's going to say, see, I told you so. It's not that fluoride's good or better. It's that we're not doing anything to kill that bacteria. So that's really the issue. When I got involved in this, I was shocked. I mean, I legitimately, I had no clue. And when I found it out, I was like, well, this is ridiculous. There's nothing out there that really makes sense. So I didn't start out to make my own toothpaste, but that's where we ended up. And that's what the silver comes in, because the silver is kind of the great equalizer because it does do that. But not only does it kill those bacteria, it doesn't kill the good stuff. It heals, it regenerates, it boosts your immune system. It does some really great stuff in our body.
How long have you been
And you
doing
never
this?
got to worry about it being toxic.
How long have you
What's
guys
that?
been doing this so far?
Well, about 5 years. We started in 2019, just in time for COVID.
Yeah,
So actually, 2020 really didn't happen, So we kind of relaunched everything in 21, April 2021.
how
So
many customers have you guys gotten throughout the years?
um, I mean, our subscribers were up over 2,000 customers at this point on subscription base, but we have lots and lots of people just buy as well. So usually a lot of people will try it first and then kind of come back and do the subscription because it is definitely cheaper and we're not in stores, so it makes it a little easier. And
Have you thought
like I
about
said,
putting your products in stores like Sam's Club and stuff?
it's definitely not our business model right now. I mean, not that I'd probably say no to Costco, but only because, yeah,
Are
we're
you
not
guys
just
a
looking for.
network marketing business model?
No, we don't. We're pretty much we're a direct consumer, really a subscription company at heart. That's what we are. But like I said, you don't have to do the subscription, but we're a direct to consumer. So we really like and being that because we're a small company, So I mean, we're not Crest or Colgate. So toothpaste is a very very difficult industry to break into,
Yeah.
and it's a $23 billion industry and it's owned by four companies. So, and those four companies do not like anybody in their sandbox, and they'll come after you pretty heavy, and they make it real difficult to get into it. So it's a hard business, to get into. So stocking and quantities are a big part of it. Going in retail, a lot of that is kind of unknown, because you don't know who's ordering how much and this and that. With the subscription base, it allows us to scale our inventories as we build. So it's really allowed us, to actually be in business. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have made it. So that's kind of where we started. I mean, at this point, we are going into some retail stuff. We're looking at that. So it's not something we shy away from. It's just not something we're doing right now because the subscription is more of a big thing.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, in my background, a lot of people ask me if I'm a dentist. I'm not. So, but probably no more than the average dentist out there
I'm going
nowadays.
to
But
introduce you to a friend of mine, Tom Adams. He owns a bunch of dental offices in Illinois. He's
oh,
literally the
really?
greatest dentist I've ever known in my life.
And he's in Illinois? That's
Yeah,
amazing because we don't really have a lot of good dentists here in Illinois.
Tom's
I
the
mean, we don't
best.
have biological or holistic dentists from now on. So
Well, I think he's a regular dentist, but he's
he might
probably,
be, but there's some good regular dentists too. So
I'm
yeah,
telling
yeah,
you,
for sure.
he's unbelievable. He's literally one
Yeah.
of the best people I know.
Yeah. I mean, when I actually I worked in healthcare. So, but I come from the insurance background. I was involved in health insurance, actually. Actually, I ran a pretty large agency, one of the largest agencies in the whole country. We did amazing. And we did so much business that the insurance companies would actually design products for us. So, Obamacare completely destroyed my agency. So we kind of had to rediscover, ourselves and kind of
Obamacare
what we
is
were
kind
doing.
of destroying our economy too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it was designed to destroy the middle class, and it's doing exactly that. It's a bomb for the middle class, is what it is.
Yeah.
But so we just started getting involved in some other products. So we got involved in dental. So dental insurance was something that we were able to put together and have our own dental plans. So we sold dental insurance, and I was tired of kind of politics getting involved in insurance too much and was kind of messing up my game. So I decided to try to do something outside of insurance. So that's kind of where this was kind of born. We were looking at, since we are involved in dental, why don't we get something that would be a preventative dental product that I could market to the insurance companies. Believe it or not, this was a get rich quick scheme that wasn't so quick, because I had such a great relationship with the insurance companies.
What if I had
And
a company that was willing to pay the $20 so you could give away that pack every month, and they paid it because they inserted ads inside of it?
oh yeah, definitely. Well, and that's one of the things we wanted to do with the insurance companies is have them pay for those packs and give it to their members, because it's literally a preventative product.
Yeah.
So I went to them and said, if I could make a preventative product for you guys that literally helped prevent cavities and benefited, would you give it to your members? And they said, yeah. So after we got all of our information and data together, and we went to the insurance company, and I said, here, we laid it all out, and they actually loved it. So the insurance company said, yeah, we'll go with this program. You just have to put fluoride in. I was like, wait, I covered that. Like, first slide. Let me go back to that one, right? Yeah. So they were like, no, we get it, but you got to put fluoride in it. That's the way it goes. And I said, man, I don't understand. I said, but you know what? I said, I'm not built that way. And even though I would have made a lot of money, I was like, yeah, I'll just take this out on the road. And that's what I did. I just said, I can sell this. So we just, decided to pull back and, kind of hit the road, started doing trade shows and expos and stuff like that. And that's the rest is history. So,
Let's
but
take a
that's
look. Let's take a look at what you've got in the form of the electric toothbrush. You've got one of those, right?
yeah. We do. All of our products have the UV sanitizer. So even our electrics has a UV. So you pop your brush in there and it cleans it, just like the portable UV for our manual brush. We have
Wait,
the UV built in
where's the
there.
UV in the actual electric brush? Is it in the head?
No. It's got a base. So the base is here that sits in there. That's a little cup that comes up. Yeah. Yeah, I got it here.
Oh,
So
good.
this
I see
flips up,
that.
and that goes. Your brush goes right in there, and when you put the cup down, the light goes on, and that UVs and sanitizes the brush head. So you're always making sure you clean, because that's a big part of it. No matter if you're using manual or electric, you want
That's
to make sure
very
you clean
cool.
that head. Yeah, and the heads, like our Sonics, obviously we compete with Philips Sonic. Sonic's heads are $20. I mean, actually, their newer ones are $35. So they're real expensive. Our whole kit, just like the manual kit we showed, it's got everything in there except instead of a toothbrush, you get a head. Our whole kit's only $21.95 delivered.
How
So
much are those heads to replace them?
it comes in a kit for $21.95.
Oh,
Twenty one ninety five.
but is it
Just
one head or is that a
just
bunch
one
of?
head. We have if you just want to buy the heads, you can just buy them. They're $8 online, so you can
Eight
get the heads
dollars a
for $8.
piece or $8 for a bunch?
No, for one. And then
Oh,
we
okay.
have we do have like a 12 pack, 8 pack, 6 pack, something like that. If you don't do but if you do the subscription, 21.95, you get the toothpaste, toothbrush, mouthwash, the floss,
Buddy, I think that
and
sounds great. I think that's a great tool, especially for people that travel, because is that toothpaste under 3.5 ounces?
yeah, it is. It's actually 2.2. So it travels. Actually,
Yeah, travel.
our whole bag will go right on an airline. It goes right on. You can take the mouthwash, everything right with you. So
So one of
yeah.
my friends runs a major airline. I won't say
Oh,
which one,
really?
but he runs a major airline. They would love to give that to all their clients.
Yeah, that'd be. We kind of designed it that way for the travel aspect of it. Wanted to make sure that you just take this right on. So because everybody, when you get ready to go, you got to go around. You buy toothbrushes, toothpaste, everything to hit the road with. But like you said, the tubes are too big, so you got to get a smaller travel size. This one's like you got everything. We even have teen kits and child kits. Our teen kits got a smaller toothbrush. The child ones have the suction cup, so they're good for the kids. So we got those, so everybody can have their own kit and yeah, hit the road and you're ready to go there. So
Awesome. All right, so I always like to leave people with something inspirational, and you're an entrepreneur. I want you to talk to other entrepreneurs and give them something inspirational that'll literally tell them about how you've chased your dream and get them to chase their dream. So, talk a little bit about something inspirational that you can share with people.
well, I think that kind of follow, I guess, without sounding corny, following your dreams and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't.
It's not
You know,
corny. In fact, most people don't follow their dreams, and your dreams are valuable. People look at dreams as being no value because they're in their head. No, your dreams are
yeah,
valuable because they are a reality that is waiting to happen.
right. And it's not always like I didn't have a dream to make toothpaste. Like I said, that was not my dream. But what I am involved with and I do like and was really passionate about was health and wellness. So taking better care of myself, working out, taking supplements, all that stuff, vitamins. I mean, that was something that I thought, that would really be cool and I could really get behind doing something like that. So whatever it is in life that your passion that you want, you got to kind of look hard at that and say, I mean, toothpaste fit that bill. I mean, I consider ourselves more of a wellness company than anything because wellness starts in your mouth. So if you're not healthy in your mouth, you're not healthy anywhere. So you kind of, I guess your dream or what your passion is doesn't necessarily like how do I make wellness something. You got to kind of dig deep and kind of take a look and your resources, what you're involved with. Like it was easy for me because I was already involved in like the dental insurance and just kind of everything kind of fell into place. But everything has those connections, so you got to kind of find those connections and what you kind of resonate with and put it together and go. I mean, I really feel a lot of it was more divine intervention. I mean, everything fell in place uh, so perfectly with this when I was doing it. I mean, it just was. It's just something I think I was supposed to do.
How
So
did you create the
you
toothpaste,
find
by the way? Do you have a background in science or biology?
no, no. We actually went to a lab. So there's labs that'll formulate and do some stuff for you. So we went to. I've done some other products before, and so I had some good working relationship with a couple labs, and I called them and kind of said, here, this is what I want to do. I wasn't even sure what we wanted to do at first. I just knew I wanted more of a natural blend, but we needed something antibacterial to kind of help with that. And I was a little bit aware of silver, but I wasn't really deep into it. So when we looked into that, it seemed like a really good fit. But I didn't even know that it had all these other benefits to it. I was just looking as an antibacterial for it. But when I learned that it was like, wow, it healed, it regenerated, it heals your teeth, seals cavities, all this stuff. I mean, it was like, wow, I had no idea it did any of that stuff. And so it was, like I said, it was kind of just divine intervention there. I think it just laid it out for me, and I followed the way there. So
Awesome. Well, listen, I've learned a ton, and I hope other people have learned a ton. Let's chop it up some other time in the future here, but I love everything you're doing. I think it's great.
so
Awesome. All right, guys, he's Larry. Reach out to Larry when you can. The links below will help you get there.